Hello and welcome back to Devil Hearts Podcast. Today we are going into a secret case. Nobody knows yet, only my family. And this is the notebook so far. Wow! The script, the research, all of it. Crazy, like, am I right? But this case is going to have 4 parts, so just be prepared for that. There we go. That looks so much better. Oh. Okay. My shorts are like so short. They're going up. It's not. So as you may know, I am in a spinning chair and I'm trying to rotate. We did a model restaurant last, and today we are going into a case with, don't look at that. It has like a 16-year-old girl who eventually gets kidnapped and gets killed. I'm gonna give you like a cold opening real quick. So a 16-year-old girl leaves for school on what should have been an ordinary Monday morning. She never arrives. Days later, her mother receives a phone call demanding millions of dollars, followed by a package containing proof that her daughter is still in the kidnapper's hands. As police race against time to save her, television cameras follow everything. And I mean everything. I just got a notification that Corwin's older sister reposted something on TikTok. So yeah. I like this one because it's like, it matches, a little bit matches my skin color. Ugh, my skin's pink. I'm joking. I'm not like Donald Trump. I don't like him. I don't like any politics, but I don't like him. So yeah. Anyway, that's not the case. We are in the Asian true crime. He's not Asian. He's just an orange. So I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate, but I don't care. But we have to do the Asian true crime before we get into politics, if we do. But Eva is gonna be like the main person for debate, because she debates more than I do. So yeah. Throw that away and get back into the case. I feel so cringe. Television cameras following every move, broadcasting the investigation to the entire country. Before it's over, a teenager will lose her life. 3 violent criminals will terrorize Taiwan for months, and an entire nation will begin asking one question. Did the media make a tragic situation even worse? To me, yes. To some people, no. But to me, yes, because like the kidnappers could see everything then, what the cops are doing, so that just makes it worse. And the kidnapper said, don't get the police involved, because if you do, your daughter's gonna die. What? Excuse me? Too bad she got the police involved. But you don't know who. Until now. This is the story of Pai Hsiao-yen. The famous actor Pai Bing-Bing's daughter has gotten kidnapped, died, and then the 3 kidnappers, 2 committed suicide, 1 got executed. And they ran from the cops. Don't do that. It's bad. Bad for you. It's bad for you, bad for the people you work for, just bad for your image. Like, don't do it. Though I have a relative who did. Many relatives, actually, I think. I don't know, come to think of it. But, like, more than half of my family's dead, so that is normal, though. Half of my family's dead. Okay, question. Happy birthday, Chungmin, but also Hyunjin, why do you always go like this for pictures now? That is my biggest question. I mean, yes, I do it sometimes. Like, that's rare. He does it, like, he posed with Felix, like, during the this and that fan meeting now. Congratulations, Stray Kids. This and that is out. It's really good. I have a few favorites, but it's not like their normal songs like Maniac Thunder. It's not like, not this and that. It's like more of I Do, After You, I think. Like more of that kind of. But also like their blue album with the tape. I think it's called the Stray Kids Replay 2026. My favorite song, four favorite songs is Baby from Chen, yes. Raining Stars by Han. Mic and Brush by Hyunjin. Also Goodbye by Sungmin. Those are my 4 favorite songs on that album. It looks like I have like that under eye Korean makeup right now. I don't know though. I don't, I swear, but I do have a palette for it, but I don't have it. I didn't do it. Now I feel like I look Asian, but I'm not. Actually, kind of ain't. I have Asians married into my family, but that does not count. They're also Hawaiian. Anyways, intro. Welcome back to Devil Hearts Podcast. I'm Harper. Today I am alone again with no Eva or Corwin. Corwin needs to be on this, bro. Like, school's gonna start in like a few days. Like 8 days maybe, I think. I don't know. But the frick. But literally, yeah. If you see like any spots on this wall right here, that's from my candle. It fell and the wax stained my wall. So that's not a good thing. Anyway, I'm Harper and today we're continuing our Asian true crime chapter with one of Taiwan's most heartbreaking and controversial cases. Yay! Before we begin, a quick trigger warning. It doesn't have everything involved because, like, there's so much. There's 4 parts. There's just, like, too much going on. Like, literally, so many cases became involved with this one. So it's just, like, too much. But, yeah. But, yeah, let's go. Trigger warning. This episode discusses kidnapping and murder of a minor, violence, and other disturbing topics. As always, this story will be told respectfully and based on verified information whenever possible. Yeah. In April 1997, this freaking chair. Anyways. In April 1997, 16-year-old Pai Hsiao-yen, I don't know how to say it. Let's take a moment. I really want to Google search it, but like I also don't want to. No. Hsiao. That's the spelling of her name. Hsiao. Maybe? Hsiao? I don't know. Hsiao-yen, the daughter of a famous Taiwanese entertainer, I would say actor maybe, Pai Bing-Bing, disappeared on her way to school. What followed became one of Taiwan's most infamous criminal cases, sparking nationwide outrage and changing the way the country viewed media coverage during the active investigations. With that being said, sorry, I'm having page flip. Let's begin. Chapter 1 out of like the 40 of them. My Anna Juan. I love their books. I love them so much. The ones that I haven't read is The Striker, The Defender, and King of Gluttony. I'm currently on King of Pride. King of Pride. With Kai. Okay. Taiwan before the kidnapping. To understand why this case shook Taiwan so deeply, we first need to understand what the country was like in the late 1990s. Oh. Taiwan had transformed rapidly over the previous few decades. After years of economic growth, it had become one of Asia's strongest economies. New businesses were opening, cities like Taipei were expanding, and modern technology was becoming part of everyday life. To much of the world, Taiwan represented progress and opportunity. But underneath that success, another problem was, I don't know, graving? I can't read my handwriting sometimes. Was graving organized crime? Maybe. During the late... freaking stutter. I don't have my Invisalign in, so I don't have a lisp. Otherwise I would. I always take it out. But like, this is actually making me mad right now. Yeah, my teeth. I don't like them. During the late 1980s, throughout the 1990s, criminal gangs had become increasingly active. Many groups made money through extortion, illegal gambling, loan sharking, firearm trafficking, and kidnappings for ransom. Wealthy business owners and public figures were sometimes viewed as valuable targets. Became criminal believed their families could quickly raise large sums of money. That's just crazy. News reports regularly covered shootings, disputes, I don't know, and kidnappings. Public confidence in law enforcement was already under pressure before April 1997. No one, however, expected one of the country's most famous families would soon become the center at a tragedy that would dominate headlines for months. And it would go back down, and then would go back up, because one of the kidnappers. That shit is crazy. Bro. Chapter 2. Who was Pai Bing-Bing? Before becoming known internationally because of this case, Pai Bing-Bing was already one of Taiwan's biggest celebrities. Born in 1955 in Keelung, she grew up in a family with very little money. Like many children from poor households at the time, she left school early to help support her family. She entered the entertainment industry still young and quickly built a successful career as a singer. Not actor, singer. That's my fault. Yeah. Audiences were drawn to her because of her warm personality, determination, and her ability to connect with people from all walks of life. As her popularity grew, she expanded into television, becoming a host and an actress. So also an actress. So kind of like Jisoo from Blackpink. She was a singer, now she's an actress. And I think business proposal? Maybe? I don't know. I also want to kind of check that out. What the frick is hitting my blinds or my window? Because don't you hear like the little... That is actually making me so mad. I will like rip my blinds off to like look what is going on. But I'm not going to because I like the dark. And I look better in the dark. Because like, I just feel emo when I say that. Or like with a white light. I feel like. Yeah. Wait. I'm looking. By the early 1990s, Pai Bing-Bing had become a household name throughout Taiwan. Years earlier, she had married a Japanese manga writer, Ikari Kajuror, maybe. I don't know. The creator at several influences, sports, manga series. Their marriage, however, was difficult. Reports later described domestic violence and repeatedly infidelity. I don't know no more. Eventually leading Pai Bing-Bing to leave Japan and returning to Taiwan. She returned home with her daughter. From that point on, Pai Hsiao-yen became the center of her life. Which, that's actually kind of surprising for an idol who's like everywhere around the world to have their child in the center of their life. To me, that's actually kind of crazy though. Friends described Pai Bing-Bing as a hardworking single mother who balanced an incredibly demanding television career while doing everything she could to provide her daughter with a stable future. No matter how busy filming became, she made time for her child. By 1997, she had achieved fame, financially stable, and professional success. Congrats for her. Like, yeah. Congrats. I don't know if she's still alive. That's like the biggest thing. I don't know. Should I search it up real quick? I'll put the answer right here if I can remember. On top of my head. Yep. I feel so dumb. And I'm not blonde either, so I'm joking. That's just me. Sometimes I am dumb. Like, I'm probably like the dumbest one in my family right now, bro. Unless if it comes to true crime. Otherwise, I don't know. I would know my dad did not leave home. I thought he did. But he didn't. Okay. Everything seemed to be falling into place. Then, one morning, everything changed. Chapter 3. Pai Hsiao-yen. Behind every famous parent is a child trying to live an ordinary life. Pai Hsiao-yen was 16 years old. Unlike her mother, she stayed largely out of the public eye. Teachers remembered her as polite, respectful, and academically motivated. Friends described her as kind and thoughtful. She enjoyed spending time with classmates, studying, and looking forward toward the future. Despite growing up with a celebrity mother, she attended school like thousands of other teenagers. She had dreams, she had plans, she was simply trying to enjoy being 16 like a normal teenager would. For Pai Bing-Bing, her daughter wasn't a celebrity child. She was her entire world. No one could ever imagine that criminals had already chosen her as the next target. Chapter 4, April 14th, 1997. Monday morning, April 14th, 1997. Like countless mornings before it, Pai Hsiao-yen prepared for school. She left home expecting another ordinary day. Instead, somewhere on her route, she was abducted. Investigators later concluded the kidnapping was carefully planned. The predators had likely studied her routine in advance, choosing a time and location where they believed they could force her into a vehicle before anyone realizing what happened. As the hours and she failed to arrive at school, concern quickly turned into panic. Crazy. For any parent, that phone call would be terrifying. For Pai Bing-Bing, it was the beginning of a nightmare that could never truly end. Not longer after the kidnappers contacted the family, the message was simple. They had Pai Hsiao-yen, and her family wanted to see her, and if her family wanted to see her alive again, they would have to pay an enormous ransom. Like, I mean enormous. Probably like 500 million US dollars, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? It might be in here. 5 million US dollars, yeah. Chapter 5, the ransom demand. The kidnappers demanded an equivalent of approximately 5 million US dollars. They they were telling the truth. To prove they were telling the truth, they sent a photograph showing Pai Hsiao-yen bound with tape. Then they went even further. A package arrived containing one of her severed fingers. It was meant to remove any doubt they had control over the teenager. Crazy. The kidnappers warned Pai Bing-Bing not to involve the police. If she did, they claimed her daughter would die. Image receiving the package. Imagine receiving the package. Oh. I doubt it was her actual finger. But who knows anymore? Imagine hearing those words. Every parent hopes they would remain calm enough to save their child. Pai Bing-Bing was determined to do exactly that, but almost immediately the situation became far more complicated. The kidnappers warning law enforcement became involved. Despite the kidnappers' warning, the law enforcement became involved. Officers believed they had to act quickly if there was any chance of rescuing Pai Hsiao-yen alive. At the same time, word that Taiwan's most famous television host's daughter had been kidnapped began spreading rapidly. Within hours, reporters gathered outside Pai Bing-Bing's home. Camera crew waited around the clock. Newspapers rushed to print updates. Television status interrupted regular programming with breaking news. The country watched every development. What no one realized was that this intense attention would soon become one of the most controversial aspects of the entire investigation. And in the days ahead, investigators, journalists, and the kidnappers would become locked in a race against time. To be continued to part 2 out of the 4 parts. So, oh, my voice just cracked. Oh my god. It's always cracking, bro. Hey. Don't be throwing my shit. Ah, that's so funny. No, it's not. It is though. Yeah, I sit on my chair sideways. This is a bag right here. And I'm sitting on it sideways. To hopefully fix my posture so I don't. Because, like, my posture right now is literally so bad. Because, like, normally I'm sitting like this. So that would round my back. I have hypermobility in my hands, but apparently I do not. Because I was kind of rounding my back a little bit. I don't know. I really don't. I finally got more heelless curlers after someone took mine. Because someone actually did take mine. Today's drink is just a watermelon juice with ice and watermelon chunks. I'm gonna edit this video and then I'm probably gonna post it tomorrow. Then I'm gonna film the part 2, edit it, post it the day after, and then keep going after that. But you know, school's starting next week for me, so I have to be prepared for that. And I'm gonna have to ask my mom for help with my school book. I thought I would like the drink, but clearly I don't. It's just not good tasting. Girls, like, people, how do you like this? Like, I was at Eva's the other day. She had, like, watermelon juice kind of thing, like blended watermelon. She put lime in it with ice. It was kind of sour, but it was like, okay. I would drink it again if I had to, but otherwise by choice probably not. I don't do sour things nor spicy things. Like, no. I'm more of a sweet person when it comes to food. I love sweet and salty stuff. Unless it's like too salty, then no. But if it's like too sweet, then no. That's just like really sweet. I don't like really sweet things, and it has like a weird taste to it too. I like watermelon, but not the juice, I guess. But I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you in the next part. My eyes look olive green right now. Back from like what I can see, they look gray. Maybe they look green. I don't think they have an open house this year. My foot's asleep. That's not good. Since I'm going homeschooled, Eva is bringing me to her open house, maybe, so I can meet like her teachers and all that, and so I can say hi to my old teachers. And yes, I am not making a voice right now. It's just my voice. Literally, it's like a bubble in my throat. And my foot's so asleep and it sucks. So yeah. My teeth. My bottom, all straight. Oh my god, my foot. The top, not really. Okay. Oh. Bye bye.